looking at the camera. Hello everybody, I hope that you're well. Today we're heading to Rottnest Island, which is my favourite day trip that you can go on from Perth. This is going to be my third time here, so today I'm going to basically just be showing you how to make the most of a day on Rottnest Island. So we're going to start with what to pack. What should you pack in your bag for one day? This is the bag that I'm taking on the bikes, which I'll show you in a little bit. There's a clamp at the back of it, so you don't need to have a backpack, which is really, really good. So things that I have in here, I've got my cap, packed lunch. This is really, really important. There's no shops around the island apart from right at the start. So when you're halfway around the island, you're going to need some food, of course. So we've just got a couple of bread rolls, some water. You can't buy water on the other side of the island either. And then we've just got some tomato and cheese snacks and an apple. I've got my purse for some money because although there are not shops around the island, there are some at the start and at the finish. I've got my portable charger, I've got sunglasses and sun cream, and goggles apparently. I've got my GoPro, got another camera. Obviously you're not going to need this many cameras. And then other than that, I just have a towel, which I'm not going to get out of the bag right now, but you're definitely going to want that when you're lying on the beaches. The ferry takes about 20 to 25 minutes, so it's not too long, but if you do get really, really seasick, I definitely recommend taking your tablet because it can get a little bit rocky at times. When you make your booking for the ferry, make sure that you book the ferry and the bike. If you are able to cycle, this is definitely the best way to get around Rottnest. You can take a bus which goes around the whole island, but let's be honest, it's not as fun and you can't explore all the proper nooks and crannies and just really get around. And so yes, definitely recommend getting a bike. Make sure you include that on your booking, and then when you come off of the ferry, you pick up your bike and then you start going. So here is a map of the island. This is what it looks like. So the ferry will drop you off here in Salmon Bay, and what you want to do is turn left because you are going to be making your way clockwise around the island. This is definitely the best way to go because then the wind is always behind you, otherwise you are going to really struggle because it does get hilly at times and you don't need to be super fit to get around it, but it massively helps if you've got that wind behind you. So it's 10 AM now, we've got our bikes. In an ideal world we probably would have left a little bit earlier, but that's okay, let's get going now. After about 10 minutes you're going to reach Henrietta Rocks, which is nice, and if you're tired definitely stop there, but if not, if you feel like you can carry on going, then definitely go because it's not the best. So we just cycled past a tour guide and we had about 20-25 people on bikes with him. If you've never been here before, I guess the island sounds like a really big place and you need to be shown around, but in reality it's just one track that takes you around the whole island. So wherever you feel like looks nice, just stop off and jump off your bike. The water is so blue, it is absolutely gorgeous. So the first stop I think that you should definitely stop at is Little Salmon Bay, which looks like this. It's a really good one for snorkeling if you head over on the left hand side, and it's just the perfect beach for, you know, super crystal clear waters. Not too wavy, like you've got waves out in the back, but near the front it's basically like a swimming pool. It's just freezing. So this is probably, well, personally my favourite beach on the whole of Rottnest Island. It's called Salmon Bay, and the reason I like it is because it's really big, it's not often too busy, and the sand just feels so fine and gorgeous, and the sea is crystal clear. You can go snorkeling, there's not very many waves, and if there's anywhere on the island where you spend a little bit more time and just chill out, this is definitely the place I'd probably recommend to do that. Where's the next stop? The lighthouse. Over in the distance. So the road up to the lighthouse is a bit of a steep one, so I'm going to be up to the bikes at this point. But that's completely fine. It's probably the steepest place in the whole island to go up to. But the reason that this route is so special is because all along here up to the lighthouse, where you're most likely to find the little quokkas. Oh, hi buddy. You have to come get a little selfie, oh, with a little quokka whilst you're here. It's just like must do, bucket list Rottnest Island. So yes, we've made it to the lighthouse. You can do tours up here, and it's just a lighthouse really, but there are very nice views of a lot of Rottnest Island. But if you do want to do the tour, it's $9. So there you go, there's that option. We just made it to the next beach on the agenda, which is called Ricey Beach. Down there is Little Armstrong Bay. It's one of the ones that Rottnest Express and Rottnest Tourism highlights as one of the best beaches. However, personally, because it's so small and because everyone goes there because it's highlighted, it's just always quite crowded. Like generally today's quite a quiet day and like it's pretty much a full beach, and so honestly I'd skip Little Armstrong Bay and I'd go to the Mummies. Parakeet Bay. It's literally about 2 minutes down the road from the other one and so much nicer. It's bigger, the water's just as clear, the sand is just as nice, and there's no one here. Well, there's like 2 people here, we've got it to ourselves. And there we have lonely Tish, most likely doing a pee in the sea. I didn't see these sand dunes last time. Backpacking banana today. Last time I came to Parakeet Bay, I was just snorkeling over in those waters over there, and no one has said that anything's interesting about it. However, I looked below me, it was about 3 meters deep the water I was snorkeling in, and there was this humongous manta ray. I'm talking like double the size of me, just casually swimming, and I was by myself and I was like, ah! Because at the time I was like, is it a manta ray, is it a stingray, I don't know if it's like dangerous, and no one's like even said that there might be anything like that here, and so I was just like started paddling away super fast. So yeah, you never know what you're going to find in the waters here. So the final stop that most people make on their Rottnest Island bike tour is the Basin, which is just a really lovely little beach, especially good for snorkeling. So there's this kind of little like a gap in the reef that you can just go for a little paddle, a little swim, and it's the perfect place to come just before you head and get an ice cream. So we're pretty much back at the start now at a little strip called the Settlement. So there's a bunch of cafes and little shops and whatnot. Perfect place to finish off the day with some ice cream, and we're probably going to get a glass of wine after this as well. Make sure you remember to look out for Peter the Peacock. Just named him now. It could be a petunia, but he's pretty cool. No, it's a male. Just roams around. Just another day on Rottnest.
I definitely recommend that you get down to the ferry port about half an hour before your ferry is due to leave. We're at Thompson's pub at the moment, which is just overlooking the water, so you can see your ferry coming in, watch the sun going down, and have yourself a nice glass of wine.
So then it's time to get the ferry back to Mainland in Perth. I definitely recommend not going in school holidays and the weekends to avoid the crowds, of course. The best days to actually go are Tuesdays and Thursdays because you can get half price off. So Rottnest Express do half price on Tuesdays and Rottnest Fast Ferries do half price on Thursdays. I hope you enjoyed this video, whether you've got a trip booked to Rottnest or not, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!